Brigadier, if we can then move to the following day. Just for orientation, I think we'll look at the conversations until page 35, because that seems like a good way to divide that day. So on the 3rd of March 2025 at 18:18, you call Mr. Madlanga. There's another call at 18:49 and another at 19:08. This is then followed at 19:10 by a picture of a Lancet invoice. In response, Mr. Madlanga sends an email from one James Murray dealing with additional invoices. And then Mr. Madlanga follows that up with a message that says, James said he saw this already and he even communicated with Lancet regarding this discrepancy. You then respond at 19:52 with, oh, perfect, and a emoji. I'm not going to attempt to say what that is.
It's a sharp.
It's a sharp. Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay. Yes. At your statement, you explain this at paragraph 32. That's at page 8 of the statement. And you'll recall when you were going through your version, there was an exchange with the commissioners regarding this, and you explained that it was because the accounts for the Lancet invoices were in the accounts of members, whereas it ought to have been in the name of Medicare as the service provider. Do you want to add anything to that explanation that you gave?
I must just say on this one of the Lancet report, the members that I assisted, where I intervened that the account must be transferred to Medicare, and indeed they were transferred to Medicare. Those members that I assisted, they are very happy because now we still have some other accounts which are not yet, they will come in drips and pieces. As they come, then I forward them. So now, sorry, now we are sitting with a situation whereby the account is on the member's name and the pathologist are threatening to take legal action against the member. So this one, although I was assisting Mr. Madlanga, but it's a job well done because our members are very happy. There's no legal action that will be taken against our members.
Okay, thank you, Brigadier. You said now in your response that this issue still affects some other members. Did this communication then sort of take place on sort of official channels so that it could be remedied for all members?
It did take place on an official channel as and when we receive them. I will send an email to Medicare, then I'll also send Mr. Madlanga to say, look, we still have another challenge. Please make sure that you correct it. The problem with the email is that when you were sending them an email, they might even take weeks before they respond to your email. So some of the other things are very urgent and requires urgent intervention. Hence, most of the things I will send through WhatsApp.
And then this sort of intervention, does it qualify that it would have been brought to, say, the ECO's attention and then escalated to you, and that is why you were intervening?
That's correct.
Okay. Commissioners, I'm going to move to the next set of chats unless there are questions on this. Okay. So still on the same day, at 2013, you sent a text to Mr. Matlala that just meant where you say my medication. And then Mr. Matlala responds and says,
My Ozempic.
It's a medication, Commissioner.
Thank you.
yes, yes, Chair. And then Mr. Matlala responds and says, it's hectic, pricey at 4,500 for 3, but I just gave Leandre. And then also says, I'll push him. You respond with a please and the praying hands emojis or this emoji. And that marks the end of that interaction. Can you explain what was happening here?
Here, it's Ozempic. It works in 2 ways. It assists with stabilizing your sugar levels, as well as weight loss. So normally you will struggle to get it from the chemist. So they had a chemist that they were buying Ozempic, and I then requested him as a boyfriend to say, can I have my Ozempic? And I think the second message is a forwarded message. He sent it to someone responded to say it's hectic at 4.5 for 3, but I can get it, just gave Leandre his today.
Okay.
Then his response was, I'll push him.
Let me mention the amount is indicated, 4,500 rand.
For 3 pence.
For 3,
Yes, for 3 pence.
In your response, you say that they had a chemist. What do you mean by that?
No, I say it's very difficult to get hold of Ozempic.
Okay.
Yeah, from their side, I don't know, they were getting it from a certain chemist,
When you say their side, who's they?
Madlanga.
Oh, him.
Or Medicare, let me say
Oh,
Medicare.
Medicare.
Yes.
Okay, so you were asking him to get it through his sort of Medicare Connect.
Yes.
Okay. And you said that you were asking him as a boyfriend.
As a boyfriend, yes.
Was it because you had a prescription for it that couldn't be filled at a pharmacy, or there was no prescription, rather that you were just engaging
No,
him as a
I had a
boyfriend?
prescription of Ozempic, and I was struggling to get Ozempic.
All right, so you provided him with the prescription to get the medication for you.
Can I comment something on the Ozempic part?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to say, as I have indicated, that the Ozempic, you can also use it for weight loss. At least I was doing it the normal way. I did not go for BBL. Like others did BBLs.
Brigadier, do you want to explain what the relevance of that is? When you say that at least you were using that and not and didn't go for BBL, what is the relevance of that before this commission?
Yeah, I'm just explaining because I was told that Ozempic will go hand in hand with BBL. And those that I'm seeing at work who did the BBL, they also use Ozempic. So for me, from my boyfriend, I only ask for Ozempic, unlike those that ask for BBL.
I've just
Are
been
you-
cautioned by Commissioner Kumalo not to mention what BBL stands for.
Yes, yes.
In fairness, Chair, it's a Brazilian butt lift for those who don't know. If we're mentioning all of these names, it's mention all of these medical terms. I suppose my difficulty, Brigadier, is that you seem to be wanting to imply something to the commission, or I might be reading into what you're saying. Because you're saying, I only asked my boyfriend for Ozempic, while others have asked for BBLs. Can you be direct with this commission, whether you're trying to tell us something or nothing at all, and then we can move past the BBL part of it?
No, I'm just talking about Ozempic and BBL.
Is BBL too expensive, perhaps? So what you are saying is you ask for something that costs only 4,500 rand for 3.
I think if I will have asked him for BBL, he was going to finance it. I don't think he will have a problem in financing the BBL.
But is it more expensive than the Ozempic?
Commissioner, you must budget around 70, 80,000 for
All right.
BBL.
All right. Now I get the significance of the distinction you are seeking to draw. All right.
Brigadier, is Chair right that the distinction you're seeking to draw is that you are asking for something cheap? Okay, or affordable rather, let me not say cheap.
Yes.
Brigadier, is it not also that you are indirectly responding to an allegation that was made in another forum? Why are you mentioning BBL in the context of this conversation?
I am indirectly responding to that. And the social media post that I saw yesterday when I was reading on Madlanga, when it was said, she's the one with the BBL. So I'm just saying, no, I did not get the BBL. But they know there's someone who got the BBL in SAPS. Hence those comments. Now they are trying to put the face to this BBL person. So it's not this one.
But you know who it is.
I'm under oath.
Yes, Ms. Poe.
So can I just, Brigadier, you say they had a pharmacy where they got it. So what you are telling us is, or at least my understanding, is that Mr. Matala and whatever contact he was using here, who says it's pricey at 4,005, they had a particular chemist which supplied them with Ozempic when they wanted it.
I think, I think so, Commissioner.
Okay. And you've agreed that it is a prescription drug.
Yes. And I had a prescription with me.
You had a prescription.
Yes.
You would be able to give Ms. Poe the details of that prescription. And let me tell you why I'm asking. It's because when I read these messages, they raised a concern that here you have a police officer, being you, who is, in fact, not only looking the other way, but in fact, if you like, instigating a civilian to do something that the law doesn't allow, to get prescription medication without a prescription, right? That was my concern on reading these. You have upfront said you had a prescription. And I want to ask that you provide Ms. Bowe with the particulars of that, in whatever form. But you would have sent it to Mr. Madlanga somehow, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure someone has got a record. Whoever wrote you that prescription would have a record that they've prescribed it to you. And it is important because you're under oath and we've been giving you a hard time, saying to you, it's improbable, we don't believe this and that and that. And this is one of those areas that I must, in fairness to you, say that I am cynical about your saying you had a prescription. And I wouldn't want to say you were being untruthful about it if you say you had a prescription. But I would like to verify, to be able to say she did provide us with something close to evidence that shows that indeed she had a prescription. Because if you didn't have a prescription, as I've already said, we would have to comment about the conduct of a police officer where someone is breaking the law and they are part of it and they do nothing about it.
Okay. No, I'll go and check, Commissioner. I'm not sure if this one, because I gave it to them, I'm not sure if they still have it, but I know on the other, following this one, I also have prescription.
Okay.
Where I bought it in another chemist. I'll just check.
I think if you can't find this one, the proof of subsequent one will give us context about this. That's
We'll
fine.
do that.
Thank you.
Brigadier, is Leandre somebody within the SEPs? Just look at the second WhatsApp, the one that mentions the price.
What I'm suspecting on the second message, I think when I said my Ozempic, he communicated with Mike. That's what I'm suspecting. Perhaps he communicated with Mike and Mike says it's hectic pricey. He gave it to Leandre. I don't know who's Leandre.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a forwarded message because from my side it was showing it was forwarded.
But on the face of it, that forwarded message seems to suggest that they were involved in the activity of getting Ozempic for people and supplying it to people. I'm not saying you know that, but I'm saying this message suggests that where he says, I just gave Leandre his today. So whoever wrote this message seems to have been involved in the activity of procuring and supplying Ozempic for people, which without, as we've agreed, without a prescription, they are breaking the law. You're nodding. Say yes for the record, please.
Yes, Commissioner.
All right, thank you.
Brigadier, just to complete this, that the price of it would have then been covered by Mr. Madlanga as your boyfriend, or is it Medicare?
The what? Sorry.
The price. Remember, in your response, you indicated that you meant Medicare had a relationship with the farmers and they could get the medication. You suspect that it's Mr. Van Wyk who responds and says its price is 4,500. I'm just asking that, would this then be covered by Mr. Madlanga as your boyfriend or Medicare?
That will be him as a boyfriend.
Okay, thank you. Then, Brigadier, now we move to the following day. There is one, you call Mr. Madlanga at 8:14 and he returns a call at 8:19. You then say to him, please call, I want to test my phone. And then he gives you a call at 9:38. Was there something wrong with your phone on that day?
I remember we spoke about the WhatsApp. When someone was calling me, it was saying waiting for others. So I wanted to test if it's still showing the waiting for others.
All right, thank you. We're going to move to the voice note that you then sent to Mr. Madlanga at 12. I'm just going to ask that we play that. And while we are going to play it, this is addressed at paragraph 33 of your statement.
Re tsena meeting hona banong nkarabe ke kgono itse re direction e ko bolellang ka yona ko meeting e nkisa kae.
Brigadier, can you, oh, wait, before, should we replay it? Yes, please, can we replay it?
Re tsena meeting hona banong nkarabe ke kgono itse re direction e ko bolellang ka yona ko meeting e nkisa kae.
Brigadier, can you explain to the Commission what you were saying in that voice note?
On
Perhaps maybe just a translation of what you said before you deal with your explanation.
just what, sorry?
A translation of what you said on the voice note before you deal with the explanation, because I saw you looking on
Okay.
the date.
I was saying I'm going to attend a meeting. He must just tell me so that I know what direction will I be discussing in the meeting. It's a direct translation.
Direct translation. And in your explanation, you say that in the meeting, there was going to be a discussion about outstanding authorizations, and you wanted clarity from him because there were outstanding authorizations, right?
That's correct.
Can you explain what you mean by this when you say there was going to be a meeting where we're discussing outstanding authorizations? So as I was asking him to give you an update essentially on them. Is that what you were asking him?
Okay, on that day, we were going to have a meeting between myself and my supervisor, General Manamela, and then we had Brigadier Daku, we have Colonel Mogadi. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss the outstanding authorizations as well as the outstanding COF. This meeting, it was in preparation to the meeting that we were going to attend at Medicare. Now, when we spoke, there were outstanding medicals which needed to be conducted. Now, he promised that he will do it during the week, and when I say we are going to the meeting, I wanted confirmation to say, okay, this authorization, I will be facilitating them on this day so that I can report back in the meeting.
Brigadier, I guess my difficulty is when you listen to the voice note, it almost sounds as if you're saying, give me the direction so that I know what I'll be talking to, as opposed to saying, give me the date by which you're going to facilitate these authorizations.
Isn't there a part that even says in Kisakai, where it's taking me?
Yes,
Just please respond to the question with,
it's a date. I will have report to say on 300 authorizations that we have, 10 will be conducted next week. 35 will be conducted whenever. Then we will have so many outstanding from the 300 that we had.
My question is rather that what it sounds like you're asking is for a position to advance at the meeting, as opposed to, in your statement, it's very clear that you were seeking from him the dates on which he would facilitate authorizations, whereas in the voice note, it sounds as if you're asking him for a position that you would advance so that you understand where that position is going to take you.
Sort of give me the direction where all of this is taking me, which is the Inkisa guy, where it's taking me.
I agree, and that's the explanation that I'm giving. Because sometimes it's very much difficult to translate Sesotho to English, or to translate a lingo to English. It will not sound the same.
So are you saying,
Inkisa kore ke reporter o na le bokae? Next week, how many are you going to be conducted? Because we were consolidating the outstanding authorizations.
I mean,
And it can be confirmed by my boss, nothing else.
I guess from listening to it, one would have expected you to say, like, odietsa ning dilo tsela, or difetsa ning, because it implies, it suggests that you want a date by which you're going to do something, whereas this sounds like something else. But nevertheless, if you say that there's something we can get from your boss, then we can get that.
perhaps let's play it one last time, just one last time.
Re tsena meeting hona banong nkarabe ke khono itse re direction e ko bolellang ka yona ko meeting inkisa kae.
Same response.
Well,
Commissioner.
starting, just give us a direct translation of this. I heard it and I have my own ideas about what it says, but I know even in my language, Xhosa, people when they want to duck and dive will say, "Isxhosa stolikwa." So you did say something similar, but I just want you to please give us a direct translation of what you are saying here.
Maybe can someone who's objective translate it for me? I'm thinking maybe I'm translating it to suit my narrative. So can someone who's objective just translate?
Don't interpret, just direct translation. Don't interpret.
I'm going to attend a meeting now. Please give me a direction that I will be talking to.
Not more that what you are telling me will take me.
What you are?
You, Mr. Madlala, are telling me will take me to. Isn't that more what you are saying?
If is that the case, we're talking about the outstanding authorization. If he tells me that next week I'm going to conduct those authorization, then I will report as such to say this outstanding authorization, the medical surveillance will be conducted next week.
So you, sorry, Brigadier, you are going to be Mr. Matlala's spokesperson at an internal subs meeting. You are going to speak on his behalf.
No, I was not going to speak on his behalf. When we have outstanding authorizations, they need to indicate when are they going to conduct medicals for those outstanding authorizations. And these were the long outstanding authorizations that we've been complaining about in the meeting. If Mr. Matlala was going to say, I will not do them now, I will do them in August, then the feedback in the meeting, I will say, Medicare indicated that these authorizations will not be conducted now, they will conduct them in August. We give feedback as and when we get authorization, we will be requested to give feedback. Why are the authorizations not facilitated? When are they going to facilitate this authorization? And the only way for you to give feedback is when you get feedback from the service provider.
I seem to recall that yesterday we played, or the evidence leaders played a video for us, which had an audio. And it was an internal SAPS meeting, a similar meeting, where the person in charge, I can't recall if it was General Nkua or somebody else, said, I do not want to hear this from internal SAPS people. I want the service provider to tell us why these things are still outstanding.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking this question. So my understanding was based on that in these internal SAPS meetings, the service provider should have sent a letter explaining all these things. Now, what you seem to be doing in this call is you are asking Mr. Matlala to give you direction so that you can speak on his behalf at the meeting.
It's not the same thing, Commissioner. On the audio of yesterday, Medicare was part of the meeting, including SAPS people. So when she was saying SAPS people must not say anything, then Medicare will talk for themselves. But on this one, it was only us in SAPS, whereby we were discussing the outstanding authorizations. Why are they delaying? When are they going to be conducted? Hence, I wanted to know from him. He must give me a direction. When is he going to conduct those medicals so that I can include it?
Thank you.
Commissioner Baloyes, oh, not anymore. Brigadier, then after that, you, at 10:13, it seems that Mr. Matlala then tried to call you 10:13 and 10:14. And then you send a voice note to him at 10:36. So we're just going to play that quickly.
Itladlala le mijolo mo ya rena.
A lot of things. I think
Chair, it doesn't seem to be the right one. Maybe because we load the multimedia on a different computer altogether, there may have been a problem in the transferring process. It doesn't seem to be fully transferred onto the memory stick. So I'm going to ask that we park that and then we'll return to it while we try to re-download a better version.
Or please continue then, Ms. Powell.
All right.
Is it not the one that I was saying? Send me the confirmation of email for the change of the Lancet report.
Yes,
That one?
it was.
Oh, I remember.
Brigadier, just because we can't play that clip, I'm just going to move to the following interaction and then we'll circle back to it later. So at page 39, so we move to the 6th. We'll get back to the 4th later.
Okay.
On the 6th of March 2025 at 18:25, Mr. Matlala texts you, "Who is this general?" You respond at 18:26, "Motsepe from Detective Services, heading General Investigations." Before we move to the next clip, because it's a different topic altogether, can you explain what was happening with this interaction?
It was General Motsepe's birthday, and I put her photo on I downloaded her photo on my WhatsApp status to say, "Happy birthday, General." And he asked me, "Who is this General?" And I said, "General Motsepe from Detective Services."
So he was asking purely out of interest of seeing her there? And,
Because I said, "Happy birthday, General."
all right, so you understood him to want to know
Who is this
who is
General?
it, and then why do you add her, I guess, her job description?
I don't know. I'm just explaining, it's General Motsepe from Detective Services, heading General Investigation. Just an innocent message that I'm relaying. Who is this one? That's it.
Okay. But you can understand in the context of him asking you for contact information of various people within the service, that we have to ask if there's anything more. Because you don't say it's General Motsepe, my friend, or, my colleague. You say General Motsepe from Detective Services, heading General Investigations.
Yes, because I know he knows a lot of generals in the police. Then you can say, "Oh, that one," if he knows her.
Oh, from
Yeah.
her position. Okay.
Brigadier, are you friends with General Motsepe?
No, we are not friends. What is that other fancy word that was used yesterday?
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
So so I imagine you have other acquaintances at work, right?
Yes.
And is that something that you do ordinarily, that if it's a birthday of an acquaintance at work, you change your WhatsApp profile picture?
Not profile picture, status.
Okay.
WhatsApp status to say, "Happy birthday, so and so."
So you do that with all your work acquaintances?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Commissioner.
All right.
I'm going to move to the next message that you then send a voice note. I'm just going to try and play that.
Umhlobo wamanga ngeke balela JK aro unyokungita available kamshiw or Monday. Umhlobo wamanga ngeke balela JK aro unyokungita available kamshiw or Monday.
Brigadier, can you just translate what you said in that voice note?
Why didn't you return my call? I was talking to JK. He says he wants to meet you.
And then you further indicated days.
Sorry?
You indicate the days
Did I?
that, yes.
I did not get that.
You said tomorrow, Kapshu.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. You deal with this voice note at paragraph 35. Chair, should we play it again, or I was trying to gauge from your face whether it was confusion or... at paragraph 35, which is at page 9 of your statement, and just to confirm, in your earlier testimony, you said that JK is General Pahlani.
That's correct.
Okay. And then you explained in your statement that essentially you were telling Mr. Matlala that you were on a call with General Pahlani discussing general life issues, and he then indicated his availability to meet Mr. Matlala because they knew each other.
That's correct.
And therefore, because they had a pre-existing relationship from your social circles in Pretoria, and therefore you were just relaying the message. What is the nature of the relationship between Mr. Pahlani and Mr. Matlala?
Acquaintances.
They are acquaintances. And you know this because?
I know this because sometimes when General Pahlani is looking for Mr. Matlala and he can't get through him, he will either call me knowing that I will see Mr. Matlala or I will relay the message.
Are you friends with General Pahlani?
I'm not friends with General Pahlani. He's my former boss. And I will call him or he will call me just to touch base
And
on life issues.
how does he know about then your relationship with Mr. Matlala?
Because we met him, I think it was at an event while I was with Mr. Matlala.
All right. Then you sent this voice note to Mr. Matlala. Is there a reason why General Pahlani didn't contact Mr. Matlala directly?
I assume that he contacted him and he could not find him. Hence, he requested me to relay the message. That's an assumption. I'm not 100% sure. But most of the time when he's looking for him and he can't get hold of him, then he will call me.
And so was this often that he would do this?
Not that often. Sometimes they'll have their own conversation, arrange their own meetings without me being involved.
Right. And you say that the person who initiates the meeting essentially is General Pahlani wanting to meet Mr. Matlala. It wasn't the product of you facilitating a meeting between the two.
No, it's not me.
Brigadier, when you say General Pahlani is your former boss, in which position? You've given us a number of positions. I'm assuming you're not just saying because he was, I think, head of forensics at some point, or we know he was national commissioner, acting national commissioner. Is that the capacities in which you say he was your former boss?
He was my former boss while I was working in forensic. I think that was in just check. From 2010.
So, when you were the
Skills Development Facilitator of Division Forensic Services.
Okay.
He was the Divisional Commissioner of Division Forensic Services. Even in 2012, as a Brigadier, he was still he was still our Divisional Commissioner in Forensic.
In the performance of your duties in those positions, did you interact with him?
Yes.
And when you say, so we know from the date of the voice note, it's in March, sorry. It's in March 2025. So this would have been the first time that JK reaches out to you to say he wants to speak to Mr. Matlala.
No. I think I don't know, it cannot be the first time. Cannot be the first time.
In your recollection?
They did meet several times, maybe because this, on the date that I'm responding to, is the downloads that were on Mr. Matlala's phone. I don't think it was the first, actually not, I don't think, it's not the first time.
So they would, to your knowledge, before you sent this message, they would have seen each other or talked to each other before this date?
That's correct, Commissioner?
Okay. So then how do you explain what you say in paragraph 35, where you say, on the 6th of March, I received a call and we discussed from JK and we discussed general life issues. While we were on that call, he indicated that he's available to meet Mr. Matlala to touch base since they have not seen each other long ago. That long ago there, you made me understand it to be that before this conversation on the 6th of March with you, they had not seen each other. That's why General Patlane says to you they haven't seen each other long ago. And if your statement that I've just read is correct, is to remain as correct, then it means this was the beginning after a long time that they haven't had anything to do with each other.
Now, Commissioner, you were asking me what is long ago.
No, I'm not asking you what is long ago. I'm asking you to reconcile your saying before this voice call. You know that they have had interactions and they've been seeing each other before your voice call.
Interactions.
That's what you've said. That's what you've said. That
interactions, I'm not sure, but meeting. Yes, I know they have met before this call.
Okay, so when
It might be in January, it might be in December. Hence, I was saying, Commissioner, now I get an impression that you are asking me the immediately. Is it immediately now or?
No, leave immediately alone. It's somebody else's language. Leave it alone. No, General, on a serious note, it's when I read your statement, and that's why I'm asking. When I read this part of your statement, I got the impression that before 6 March, General Patlane had not had anything to do with Mr. Matlala. They hadn't seen each other. And you because of the use of long ago, I mean, it's very specific language, right? He says to you, I haven't seen Matlala. It's a long while since I saw him. And but then you now say, no, you know that they had been seeing each other.
That's correct, Commissioner.
So I wanted you to reconcile those two. So you're saying, to your knowledge, they may even have seen each other in December 2024.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Or a
But I'm
period.
not 100% sure.
Yeah,
but they
but-
might have seen each other either in January or 2024 in December, but definitely they have seen
To your
each
knowledge,
other.
yes, they would have seen each other.
Yes,
All right,
Commissioner.
thank you. Thank you, Brigadier.
And then this is followed by a series of calls. In particular, I just wanted to ask you about the 17th of March 2025.
Before you do that, Ms. Bowe, on that same page, Brigadier, if you look at the very
39?
40. This is Mr. Matlala responding to you, to your voice note. He says, tell him tomorrow, 1300 hours, same spot. So maybe it seems that confirms what you're saying, that
That's
in
correct.
fact they had been in touch with each other.
That's correct,
This tells us
Commissioner.
they've been meeting, in fact. All right, thank you.
If we can then turn to the 17th of March 2025 at 13:36 and then again at 13:46. Mr. Matlala gives you a call. Ne? I just want to ask in relation if you have regard to page 91.
91?
Yeah, of the annexures. Just want to confirm something. You'll see there that the third payment of 100,000 is made on this day to the Osizweni meat market. Yeah?
Yes.
And you have 2 calls there on that day with Mr. Matlala. Do you recall if you discussed this payment?
You know, the WhatsApp, the way they are displayed, they are making it difficult for me to know if we have spoken. Maybe you can direct me if it shows that we have spoken or it was a missed call. Because I see later I'm responding to him to say, I'm in a meeting, I'm presenting. So I don't know if I have spoken to him here.
All right, so you suspect that it may have been missed calls rather?
Yeah, because I'm responding to say, I'm in a meeting, I'm presenting.
All right. And yesterday you indicated that beyond the calls you sometimes talk. Did he ever mention this third payment?
No, he didn't.
All right, thank you. Then the next interaction is on the 20th of March, 2025, and there again,
My medication.
Yes, you make a request for your medication. Mr. Matlala asks, where must they bring it? And then says work, question mark. He then calls, you respond by saying you're in a meeting, what time are they bringing it? He responds to say, let me know when you are ready, I'll send my driver to you, and then you send a location.
Yes.
And then at 11:17, you let him know that you are leaving. He then responds with a picture of the medication at 12:11. Then there was a call that he makes to you at 14:40. You call him back at 14:44. So this request was along the same lines as the earlier one?
Is that what, sorry?
Along the same lines as the earlier request.
That's correct?
And in this instance too, it was still under the prescription you had given him, or had you provided him with a new one?
That's correct?
No. Which one is correct? That you had given him a new one, or that it was under the old one?
Which one is it?
The
Sorry, I missed
prescription?
you.
Oh, I asked, in this instance, was it the same prescription that you had given him, or is this a new prescription?
It's the same prescription. It was the first time that I'm getting now my Ozempic.
Oh, so in that instance, the first time,
Yeah.
you never actually got it. And then this time you actually got it.
Thank you.
All right.
No, I think what she means is that it was delayed. So she had asked for it previously and she only got it now. So it's not that this is the second time. The first time she got it, she didn't get it, but she's getting it the second time.
Yes.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Khumalo. Then let's then move to the next message that you sent to Mr. Matlala on the 25th of March 2025 at 8:41. You send a message. I'm assuming this is a forwarded message, and it says, "Good morning, Ceci. I trust that you are well. Please check whether it is possible to move our engagement of today as arranged to tomorrow, same time maybe. I'm traveling to Joburg for urgent intervention, which may last into our scheduled time. Alternatively, to schedule today afternoon, preferably around 16:30, same venue. Please revert to me at your earliest convenience. This is a forwarded message. Oh, my apologies. Then the next message you say, please respond message from JK regarding today's meeting. Mr. Matala responds and says, okay, Diva. You then respond to Mr. Matala and ask when. He responds and says, done. And again says, I told him we'll do it tomorrow. And then you ask him, or you say, can take a call. And he sends you a screenshot of what seems to be him confirming to JK, responding to JK.
That's correct. You see, now they are communicating directly without my intervention.
Yes, I see that. My interest is, if you look at the message that you forwarded to Mr. Matlala, it's as if you are part of the engagement, if that makes sense, because he says, good morning, Ceci, I trust that you are well. Please check whether it is possible to move our engagement of today as arranged to tomorrow, same time maybe. Perhaps to start here, were you going to this meeting as well?
No.
So he was just reaching out to you because you sometimes facilitate their meetings.
That's correct.
And do you know the content of these meetings?
No, I don't know.
Have you attended any of the meetings?
Not even a single one.
All right, thank you.
So this is a meeting, this WhatsApp message is on the 25th of March, and it's a meeting that is being rescheduled for tomorrow. The last one that we looked at was on the 6th of March. Did that meeting of the 6th of March happen? You would know because they are talking through you.
Not always, Commissioner, that they're talking through me.
No, I'm not saying always. I'm specific.
6.
You are the one that is communicating. You're the go-between for the meeting of the 6th, or rather, for a meeting to be held on the 7th. The 6th WhatsApp is on page 40, if you're looking for that. And you are the go-between arranging a meeting, you're the go-between for a meeting to be held on the 7th of March. Did that meeting happen?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You don't know?
Commissioner.
You didn't ask Mr. Matlala?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And then the meeting on the 25th, it's a meeting to happen the following day, and it also says the same venue. So further evidence that they seem to be meeting more frequently than the long ago suggested. This meeting on the 25th, on the 26th rather, at 16:30, same venue, did it happen?
Did you ask a question, Commissioner?
Did the meeting happen on the 27th, on the 26th rather?
I'm not sure. Normally, I don't ask him about his meetings. I don't know. It might have happened. Even the one on the 6th, it might have happened. So I am not sure about that one, Commissioner.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised that you would not have asked, seeing that they've put you in the middle of this. When you are now with Mr. Matlala, you don't ask him, did your meeting happen? I'm surprised that you wouldn't ask. But perhaps a more important question is, they are in touch with each other quite clearly. as you show from that WhatsApp, what do you call it, screenshot. So we know that they are talking to each other, they have each other's numbers. If you are not part of their meetings, why would they be arranged, General Pahlani be talking to you on the 25th of March to forward a message or to actually rearrange a meeting with Mr. Madlanga as if you're General Pahlani's PA or something? Yeah, if you're not part of this and you know nothing about it. Why is that?
My explanation, Commissioner, will be sometimes when maybe he calls him or try to get hold of him and he's not available, then he will talk to me, knowing that either I'm going to see him or I'm going to talk to him, because me and Mr. Madlanga, we will talk on a daily basis.
Thank you.
All right. Then, Brigadier, if we can then move to the next interaction. We'll skip the 26th because there is just a call, the 26th of March. On the 28th of March, 2025 at 10:30, Mr. Madlanga sends you a picture and it's captioned Wedding of Metropolitan Executive Retabile Matolweni in December 2024, and then he says Lieutenant General Nkua at the back. Why was Mr. Madlanga sending you this?
I don't know, but I think, I don't know, now I'm going to give my opinion, which might not be right. I don't know. You can see I did not respond, I did not say anything, so I don't know. But what I know, and his concerns that I had when he was presenting in the ad hoc committee, is when he was saying General Nkua attended a wedding of one of the executive of Metropolitan. And if it was him maybe attending, I don't know, it was just around the issues of service provider attending a wedding or a party of someone else, then it's a big deal.
So was Mr. Madlanga at that time trying to tell you that, sort of, look who I saw, General Nkua at...
No, he was not there.
He was not there? Oh, he's
and
saying,
this was a forwarded picture also from his side.
Yeah, and you have never had any conversation that could contextualize this? I.e., it may not have happened on that day, but on a different day, that would require him one day to then say to you, to forward you a picture of General Nkua at this wedding?
You know, sometimes he'll send you pictures and I will not respond to the pictures because I don't understand why is he sending me this picture.
I mean, apart from the picture with what I think was outstanding invoices or something along those lines, most of the pictures in these conversations were work-related. Even the two pictures that we found earlier were work-related. The only other one is the picture of the Ozempic. So he doesn't say, at least from the chats that we have, doesn't seem to send a lot of pictures.
I don't know. On this one, I don't know.
Yes, the difficulty, it adds to sort of more exchange of information related to your colleagues.
Oh.
No, you
No.
disagree.
No, I don't agree.
And you never asked, even in person, when you saw him next, that, oh, you sent me this picture, and this would be your boss, General Nkua. or part of your supervisory chain? And you never took interest as to why?
You know, sometimes when you are sitting with your person, you don't discuss some of the things. You just want to catch up on yourself between the two of you. So I don't know about this picture.
You don't
The-
know about the picture and you didn't ask?
No, I didn't ask. I heard about it in the ad hoc committee when he was presenting.
And when he was presenting, it didn't trigger any memory of any kind of conversation you would have had?
No, because we've never discussed it.
All right.